Hello. Happy Valentine's Day, or well, happy late Valentine's Day. As of when I'm recording this, that was yesterday. I had a fantastic Valentine's Day yesterday. I hope you had a Valentine's Day that was fitting for you. As you can see, I've got some of the gifts here. I got my girlfriend's flowers and some balloons up here. I got a nice card and some chocolate. She doesn't like the chocolate heart, so I just got her some bags of Hershey chocolate kisses. But I before I reviewed this movie to you guys, I just genuinely wanted to show this to you guys. I love putting bouquets together. This smells beautiful, looks amazing. I picked every single one of these flowers myself. They are not all of them are in perfect condition anymore. Like you can see that one's missing some petals, but that's my fault because I tried to stab that balloon. Excuse me, pardon me. That balloon through there. I wish you guys could smell these flowers through the camera. Ignore my awful handwriting. What does that say? Flowers picked to look as stunning as you. I love you. Fucking the card that I got is in the other room, but I just wanted to get the bouquet first so I could show you guys. We got some white roses, red roses, pink and white rose, some daisies, bell bottoms. I genuinely forget what this white one right here is called. I also don't know what these ones are called either, but I use those for filler to make it look full instead of just bland. I love putting together bouquets, dude. It's something that I feel like I'm pretty good at. I randomly learned about putting together bouquets from playing Persona 5 of all things. Wow, I've only been yapping for 2 minutes. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so let's get into reviewing The Notebook. This isn't going to be a very long one because there's not much to say about The Notebook that I can't summarize in a small handful of minutes. Because, funny enough, as I was watching it with my girlfriend last night, hold on, I need a minute to breathe. I don't think I breathed that entire 2 minutes I was talking. So the movie came out in 2004. It's about 2 hours long, ignoring the extra 4 minutes from the credits. I don't watch romance movies. I don't think I've ever watched one before, except for now that I've seen The Notebook, you can count The Notebook. I'm pretty genuinely certain I've never seen one before, but this one is pretty good. Even for a guy like me that doesn't do ushy gushy kind of shit, um, it was enjoyable. There was a lot of funny moments that I found myself laughing at that my girl was mad at me for because they weren't supposed to be funny, but they were funny anyways. The story opens up with an old man and an old woman, but we're focused on the guy at first. And the funniest thing that he said that hooked me right off the bat was he was standing in line at the hospital right behind another guy, and he asked him how he was doing. How's your day going, Frank, or whatever the dude's name was? And he goes, keep trying to die, but they won't let me. And the main character, Noah, he goes, well, you can't have everything. And that shit had me rolling because that is a wild thing to say to somebody who is actively waiting to die because they're old and sick or whatever. Oh, I keep trying to die, but they won't let me. You can't have everything, Paul. Like, it had me rolling. The within the first handful of minutes though, like I said, it introduces us to this old dude Noah and an old lady who he's reading a book to about a story about a young boy, a young teen boy and a teen girl. And within 2 moments it clicked. I was like, "Oh my God, wait, babe, let me take a wild guess." Big spoilers here, by the way, so you might want to click off now if you don't want spoilers for the Notebook. This book he's got, babe. I was like, they are all like I was like, let me take a wild guess. They're the characters in the book, aren't they? And that book in his hand is the Notebook. Sorry for the weird cutoff right there. I got distracted during the recording session. I've got Marvel Rivals gameplay underneath this video that I'm going to be overlapping my camera on top of, and I got distracted by the gameplay. But anyways, going back to it. So they're the characters in the Notebook. And she's sitting there just trying not to say anything because she didn't want to tell me that I was right. But so we get a quick dive into Noah and What's this chick's name? I forget what her name is. Where's my oh, it's right here on my lap. What's her name? Uh, oh, they don't say what her name is, but this old lady, she it's pretty clear right off the bat that she has dementia. Like you don't have to spend long with her to realize that she has dementia, and also put together the fact that they're the characters in the book and that he's reading this to her to help her with her dementia. It's really sad, but it's also really wholesome in the same way, that because this dude's got doctors telling him, "Oh, she doesn't remember, reading to her isn't helping, you're wasting your time." And that low-key pissed me off, because what kind of fucking doctor tells somebody not to do something to help somebody else? Like, even if it may not be working, if they think it's working and it's not directly harmful, what kind of person are you to tell him not to do that? Um, the story does a lot of good work with um time period setting as well, because they're so old. They were alive when the world wars were happening. I'm pretty sure World War II, 1940, it was is around the time that this movie takes place. And they just did a really good job, because I like seeing the old cars and the way that old cars used to work, and just things like that. This is kind of irrelevant. This is completely irrelevant, actually. But there's one point where we go back in time during the reading of the book session, and we see Noah's boy. I forget his name, but one of Noah's buddies. He's got this nice ass car um that he drives. Obviously, I don't know if he owns it, but that he drives, and it's got two or three seats up in the front. It's a convertible, and then behind the convertible motor mechanism that like lifts and removes the car's top is another set of seats. Blew my fucking mind. I was like, I was confused at first, because I thought he was opening the compartment to the motor engine, motor bay, where the little motor runs to remove the top. But no, it was a fucking seating area. I was like, this is what I love about old cars. I mean, I wouldn't want to imagine getting rear-ended while I'm in said seats, because they're literally like not even a foot away from the rear bumper, but cool concepts. So the story goes through their lives, and we get to see some of their friends, we get to see some of their original lovers and whatever, because Noah shows up while the main character chick is on a date with another dude, and proceeds to climb the Ferris wheel to get up in front of her and be like, "Hey, I think I'm in love with you. Let's go on a date." As she's actively sitting there with another guy. And she's like, "No! Are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out of here. Get down." As he's already getting yelled at by the carney, whose name I believe is Tony. He goes, "Oh, okay, Tony, okay, I'm getting down." Tommy, maybe, something like that. But now he's like, I don't want to say forcing himself on her, because that's a very poor choice of words. I'm actually gonna fast forward to the scene where he's pulling this shit off. Here we go, right here. So this psychopath, he climbs up into their booth. I'm afraid to even stand up on a Ferris wheel sometimes. Like, never mind doing some crazy shit like climbing the local Ferris wheel to go get a girl to give you a kiss. Look at this shit. I hope yeah, you guys can see that pretty good, I think. I won't have any audio, unfortunately, but so this is him. That right there, that was Noah. The young version of Noah was that young man right there. He sees her on the Ferris wheel with another dude. I'm sorry, you probably can't see that very well because of the my mistake. Okay, there he is again. So he sees her up on the Ferris wheel. I'm gonna try not to pause, because I realize that is getting in the way of things. So they're chatting, they're laughing, they're having a good time. They're at the fair together. She's with another guy, and she's with her best girlfriend. And he, I think, was by himself. I don't know why it went black like that. Oh, okay. So he didn't climb it. He jumped on when they were at the bottom. You can't do that. I'll pay when I get down, Tony. So he's introducing himself to her, and he's like the guy in the blue suit on the left. He's like, "Who is this guy? What? Where did he come from? Why is he here talking to you?" Like, you could tell he already thought he was being slid on, fucking cheated on, and she's just like, "I don't fucking know this guy. I don't know where he came from." It's this is what I'm talking about when I say that for a romance movie that's supposed to be all about like making you feel good in your heart. I couldn't stop laughing at this kind of shit, especially. I'd like to take you out, friend. Do you mind? He's getting yelled at. No, Noah's getting yelled at. You can't sit more than two people in a chair. Now he's doing some crazy monkey bars shit. You're gonna kill yourself, that other girl said. I assume they must know Noah, the people in the booth below this one. No, he's asking her out on a date, asking her to go out with him, and she's just like, no. Why would I do that? Why not? I don't know, because I don't want to. Because all right, I guess I'm losing my grip. I'm gonna ask one more time. Will you go out with me? Goddamn, my hand's slipping. You idiot! Oh, go out with him, says the guy in the booth below. And now because she feels bad because she doesn't want blood on her hands, she's agreeing to go out with him. Crazy fucking work. They wind up madly in love after their little escapade at the fair, right? She completely forgets all about this guy. We never see this other guy in the booth ever again. We She's screaming at him now. I'll go out with you. I'll go out with you. Just stop. That wasn't funny, Noah, you idiot. Oh yeah, and she fucking pantses him since he's just hanging there. Bro probably thought he was about to get the freakiest head of his life, and he gets fucking exposed instead. Not so cocky now, are ya? She says. Anyways, so they fall in love after this, and it's toxic. They fucking hit each other and shit, and well, they don't. He doesn't ever hit her, but she likes to push, shove, slap, kick. I'm surprised she doesn't bite. She probably does bite, would bite if she was a real girl, not a fucking acted girl, but probably fucking bites. And we see them yelling at each other a lot. They are a toxic. It's one of those like Hollywood hot toxic kinds of things. Like, oh my God, look at them. They're both so attracted to each other, but they can't stand each other at the same time. Oh, will they or won't they? Kind of shit. But it's so funny because of the way that it all works out for them. And then this bitch winds up getting dementia and forgetting everything that they did together. They have kids by the time they're adults and all this crazy shit. They go through this one point in their life where her mom is they had a fight and now she's separated from him, but they still want to talk to each other. So he's sending her letters trying to apologize and get it back, and her mom is getting these letters which the mother never approved of him being with her daughter to begin with. So now she's taking these letters and hiding them on her so that way they can't make any progress together on fixing their relationship, because they always hated him to begin with because her parents were rich and he was, I want to say, poor, but he wasn't even broke. Like, he has a house of his own, he lives with his dad, and I mean, kind of has a house of his own if he's living with his dad. He's got his own place for the most part. He still sees his dad, happy relationship there. Everything is good for them. But the parents just couldn't stand him. So that happens and separates them with another further wedge. But now we're jumping back and forth between seeing moments of the book stop being read because they want to give us a little bit of an interaction of what it's like between them two in the hospital now that she is struggling with her memory. Oh, I'm running out of time here. I'm gonna have to grab another clip and extend this because I'm just having so much fun talking about this movie. Hold on, just give me a second. Okay, so I gave myself another 5 minutes to try and talk about the movie. I'm gonna try and wrap it up here because I feel like I've just been telling you guys exactly what happens in the movie as opposed to actually reviewing the movie. Um, what is there else to say about it other than just telling you guys the story? I really, really enjoyed watching this. It was such an experience. Like, it was just genuinely nice to be able to sit down and watch a romance with my girl without feeling bored or that I needed to see something else. Like, it was just that goddamn good. Like, it was so enjoyable on many different levels, to the point where I would consider watching it again, even maybe by myself. It was definitely something that I would recommend to other people if you're going to be looking for something to watch with your significant other, even maybe if you missed Valentine's Day yesterday and you have to celebrate it today. Watch The Notebook. If your girl asks you to watch The Notebook, just watch The Notebook. Trust, it's not bad at all. It's definitely better than any other option that you could probably be provided with. I mean, I don't have much background to say anything about that when I literally have already admitted to not watching many romance movies before. But I'm telling you guys, if your girl asks you to watch The Notebook, just watch it. It's a good time period movie, so you can enjoy old cars and like old buildings and stuff. If you're into history like me, you can put all the romance stuff aside and just look at the old clothes, the old cars, the old buildings, the old signs in the windows even. Like, it's the freaking 1940s, dude. It's so cool to be able to see like the old 1940s Coke signs and all that shit that now you got to go to an antique store or something to be lucky enough to find. I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased because I love a good time period movie, but 100% guaranteed fun for you and your significant other to watch The Notebook. Unless unless you don't like weird toxic relationships, because that happens too. Like I said, it's one of those weird toxic Hollywood relationships that's supposed to like seem really fun and frisky and exciting, even though it's like really bad for you as a grown adult to be part of. I mean, these characters are only like 17 or 18 years old, but even still, you know what? Right here, this is about to be a good moment. They start hanging out together, and they go lying in the streets together. And she's like, "Don't do that. Like, what are you thinking? Like, what about cars?" And it's the middle of the night. He looks around and goes, "I don't see any cars, or what cars?" Something like that, and just lies down in the road. And immediately I thought to myself, that is such a 17-year-old thing to do and like say and do. I'm gonna wrap this up here for now. If anybody has any questions that they want to ask about it, I will be happy to answer them in the comments or even maybe do a part two on this movie. It was really, really good. I also have to tell you guys now, I have some other reviews planned for some animes. If you guys want to see some anime reviews, I've got some plans coming for Chainsaw Man and Solo Leveling. Might even do a Dragon Ball review, to just going over what it's been like watching Dragon Ball with my girlfriend, because we've been spending a lot of time doing that as well. I've been getting her to watch Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Let me be specific. I've got her watching Dragon Ball Z Kai, because there was no way, I don't think I'd get her through all of Dragon Ball without that. But yeah, no, I think I'm gonna wrap this up here. We got new reviews coming up soon. I'll be streaming again tonight, more VR games, and I think that's all I've got to say for now. Happy Valentine's Day once again, late Valentine's Day. Whenever you see this, like I said, I recorded it the day after Valentine's Day, but I hope you and yours had a fantastic day yesterday. See you maybe tonight at the streams.